2024 really kicked my ass. But it taught my ass way more. No, you didn't. You so dramatic. Yes, it did. Break it out my video. Your video? Just get out. Just get out. Alright. Alright. Well, she may be right. 2024 didn't exactly teach me anything directly. And actually, the hard part was realizing that things that I've been avoiding, taking shortcuts on, or flat out not doing at all, are the things that are keeping me in this cycle of bad habits and slowing my progress. And that I'm hurting myself more than helping myself. Let's talk about the 8 hard truths that changed my life in 2024. Let's start with number 1. Segmentation to completion. As a fellow creative, especially with attention deficiencies, I know you're gonna feel this when I say, why is it so hard to focus on one thing at a time? Because in my head, I'm like, I can go to school and I can learn all these subjects at once, then I can complete these tasks at once. But the truth is that you can, but the progress is going to look much different and slim to none, basically. And in the end, what are you really getting done in the time that you want to get done? Probably nothing. And it's hurting me a lot. In my case, I wanted to learn how to edit my videos in DaVinci Resolve, audio engineer my vocals in Pro Tools, and eventually at some point this year I decided I wanted to learn how to make beats. Sorry y'all, the police has entered. The police is here. Okay, he came to lay down. Okay, cool. I didn't have much of a plan. I just kind of started because I knew it was something that I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to complete all these things and get serious with them to a certain extent so that I can, you know, grow my skills. But doing all of that at once just ultimately led me nowhere. And I mean, it's been a whole year, and by the time I made that realization, I had not changed much since the time I began those plans, which to me, it was like a slap in the face because it feels like every day I'm doing something, every day I am doing something, but it's like spreading my energy so far and so thin and spreading out what I'm doing so much that it's like doing little to one thing at a time. And that's fucking exhausting. Yeah, it's exhausting. And then imagine doing that while also trying to work on myself mentally and physically. There's like no time. I'm trying to learn 3 things, trying to work out, trying to learn myself better, all the while maintain a 9 to 5 so that I don't have to be homeless. Yo, this is completely unrealistic. It's unrealistic. And I had to come to that realization, and I did not want to, and I fought that idea so hard because I just did not want that to be true so badly. And I wanted to prove I could just do everything. And no, I cannot. At the beginning of December of 2024, I got with ChatGPT. I say that like that's my homeboy. ChatGPT really is my homeboy. Y'all need to fuck with that man, right? But got with ChatGPT, came up with a curriculum that basically I told ChatGPT that I wanted to learn all of these things in this amount of time. So it's 3 things, 6 months, 2 months per thing consecutively, so that I slowly progress and I can rotate them, you know, half the year, because ultimately I'm doing everything. I'm still doing everything, but I am focusing on learning it better now. And that is making all the difference. If you watch the rest of my videos on this page and you watch this video and you don't think, wow, she's gotten better, that might hurt my feelings, I'm not gonna lie. Because I feel like I've gotten better. And I've even like invested in the camera. Don't know if you could tell, but this is the first video with my new camera. And it's a camera. I could change the lenses out. My other little action camera, I couldn't change the lenses out, but. And as someone with a million different ideas and projects, and as someone who feels that I need to act on every single project and idea that comes to my mind, for most of 2024, I'm glad I finally gave that up. And it's tough and it's hard. It requires a lot of discipline because I don't want to just do DaVinci Resolve. I want to do this and this and this, but I'm able to like cultivate my skills and actually see progress. I'm already about a month in, and I just made so much more progress in that month than I have for the past 7 months that I started back doing this, which was, I think I made my first video March of 2024. So big, I'm proud of myself, pat on my back. So in 2025, we will not neglect the power of prioritizing one task at a time and making sure we see it through, segment to completion. In the same way that you take on projects in school, projects at work, and there's different parts to it, I realized that I have to treat my life that same exact way. So that's what we'll be doing. Number 2, a well-balanced schedule. Remember how I told you that ChatGPT helped me plan out my schedule? Well, not only did it help me plan out my schedule for learning these new skills, but it also helped me create what I would call the most realistic, ideal schedule for myself with all the tasks I have, such as working out, working, going to work to pay the bills, spending time with family, spending time with friends, still spending time with myself, and trying to learn these skills and shoot videos and edit it, because this is a lot of work. This is a lot of work. Because, you know, you always see somebody's schedule. We're always watching my 8 a.m. routine, my 6 o'clock routine. I realize nobody else's routine worked for me because I just operate differently. I need my own vibe. I can't do what everybody else do. I gotta do me. So I want to make something that fit for me. And I'll update y'all on how that's going in a separate video. Trust me, it's a roller coaster, but we'll talk about that later. However, having a well-balanced schedule is key. It's key. Make sure you remember that. And for a while, I was doing everything I felt I should do. There was one thing that I was losing in the process, and that was myself, because I just didn't have time for me. I was so busy just going, and that didn't work well. Or some people, I guess, call it like burnout, or even you just go on with life and you just lose yourself and you just wake up one day like, how did I get here? Like, I don't even like this for real. And that cannot be me. Let me tell you, that cannot be me. Not doing it. And that rolls us right into number 3. Make sure you see yourself first. I won't neglect seeing myself first for the year of 2025. I really realized the importance of like just pouring into yourself, doing little shit like stretching. Just stretch. Like, do you stretch? Do you do that for yourself? Drink a little bit of tea, a little bit of vitamins, like journal. Do you talk to yourself? Like, do you see you? For a while, I wasn't seeing me. We're not doing that no more. Me, I'm up front. Now that I'm able to see me, see what I like, see what I'm interested in, see what I really want to do, and I have that idea on lock, and I'm doing the things I want to do, it made me realize my friends will not make me rich. And to think that that was a factor in holding me back, being ashamed of what somebody thought of me, corny, lame, I just don't give a fuck. I don't. Like, I don't care enough to where it affects what I want to do. Because ultimately, when you think of people who got rich, it's because they reached well beyond their friends. It's because they reached well beyond the circle of people that knew their society, their community, and they're doing well. And unfortunately, I mean, strangers are quicker to support you. I agree with that statement 100%. But a better way to say this would be shameless, be passionate in what you do, and not care what, I mean, not even just friends, like strangers and whoever in this grocery store, because you're doing this 12 people is however many billion people is on this planet completely outweighs whoever this person is with their opinion. I need to reach the rest of the people. And to reach the people I need to reach is gonna look lame, it's gonna look corny to some people, and I'm fine with that. And I learned I don't give a fuck. And that's the energy for 2025. Number five, just because people are close to you does not mean they meant to win with you. Your circle, everybody in your circle, the person next to you, the person you consider the closest to you, you can't take everybody with you. Everybody is not meant to win with you. And not saying leave them behind, but saying that people just don't be on your wavelength. They don't. They gonna win. And that comes down to like their definition of winning. Your definition of winning, their definition of winning might be two different definitions. So of course y'all are misaligned in what y'all are doing, because y'all not even on the same path or the same journey. You here, they here, and you trying to take them with you. No, let Them folks do whatever it is they want to do. If they don't want to see it how you see it, let them not see it how you see it. Don't try to drag them along, because you're just slowing yourself. You're slowing yourself down. They don't want to be here. Don't make them be here. They have a plan. Let them execute their plan. Let them figure out what they want to do. And when they come around, they'll come around. And most importantly, number 6, enter the right spaces with like-minded people. Because then there is no more shame, and this is corny and this is lame. When I enter spaces of like-minded people, it's, you know, accepted. Like, people understand. I walk into a random room and I set a camera up and I start talking, people gonna be looking at me weird, like, what is she doing? You walk into a room with creators, you set a camera up, you start talking, they gonna pull their camera out and they probably doing, or they probably was already had their camera out recording, they probably already on it, finna collab with you. I am separating myself from people who are not aligned and not like cutting them off, but like, well, I'm recognizing it for what it is. Like, I'm going this way, you may be going this way, but we're not on the same wavelength. You still want to go to the club, I don't want to go to the club. And that's because they didn't learn that last thing, number 8. They don't have number 8 yet. I want to meet like-minded people, and I want to meet people that are doing the thing that I'm going to mention last in this video. So stick around for that. I consume a lot of YouTube videos, and I've come to realize people that I would deem successful, rich, wealthy, doing what they appear to want to do and having a pretty good life, you know, as it appears, they all share like a mindset. And I would call it the glass half empty, half full. I was watching this other video. It really brought to my attention when I was speaking to my mentor, Magneto. Shout out to the lucrative community. That community helped me realize these things. He was speaking about when he spoke to people with money and asking them, you know, what they did to get their estates. A wealthy person basically said, one characteristic of a successful person is the ability to get over things fast and not mope around with it. And I see it as like glass half full, because if it's negative, then you're constantly, if you're looking at the glass half empty, then there's nothing positive about it. You'll continue to soak. But when you look at it half full, you see the positivity in it. You're able to like adjust mentally and kind of like, you could call it seeing the silver lining in the problem, finding the lesson and the pain and all of that, you know. But you have to have that, because failure is bound to happen. Like, you're bound to get bad news. Obviously, you gotta take that shit. You gotta take it, keep chugging. And honestly, I'm barely scratching the surface with that, because there is way more to that mindset. And let me know if you want to talk about it later, because I may make a video on it later. Like the psychology of like a successful person, and really interesting, really interesting stuff. But I'm still learning about it myself. In 2025, I want to maintain a mindset of seeing a lesson in everything and not being deterred just because something unplanned comes my way, or just because something negative happens or whatever. It don't matter, because we still gonna keep going, so it don't matter. And I saved the best one for last, as promised. Number 8. This last one I heard on TikTok, in a TikTok quote, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I guess maybe because of just the verbiage in it, I never heard it put together so well. Intentional days create a great life on purpose. I'll let that pause for dramatic effect. Let's talk about it. What do I mean by intentional days create a great life on purpose? This man was saying how him and his wife meet and they plan their year out at the beginning of the year, and they meet once a week on Sunday and talk about like their weekly plans and stuff like that. And a quote, and I guess maybe he does quotes at the end of his videos, but that was one of the quotes, and that stuck with me because facts. Intentional days create a great life on purpose. And for many people, this has been a year of intentionality. Like, everybody is realizing, or what I have realized, I can't speak for everybody, but what I have realized is intention is everything. You have to be intentional. Like, there is no by mistake or on accident, or it just happened on luck. Everything that you may have just seen sprout come before your eyes, and you may not have seen it before. These rappers that have blown up seemingly overnight, they didn't just start rapping yesterday. There's a whole story behind them. There's a lot of intention behind when things are actually like created and go well. There's intention behind it. For me, it means being selective with my time and my energy and living every day with intention, because every tomorrow is determined by today and all yesterdays shaped tomorrow. It's okay to miss out and prioritize your goals. It's okay that the old definition of fun that I used to have and going out and partying and drinking with friends is taking a back seat. Like, I'm getting older, and honestly I don't care, and is not much in the city for me, because that's not my intention. Partying, I know where I need to be. I'm doing what I need to do because that's what I intend to do. So that's what I'm going to do, because we're intentional. Okay, I know where I want my destination to be, so I'm intentional and therefore efficient in reaching it, in the same way that a GPS will navigate you when you're in the car. It's not going to take you across 3 states and tell you to come back just to get down the street. And that's how I was living my life before. It was like, walk outside, get distracted. And I know I want to go here, but I walk out and my friend walk up and he's like, let's go do this. And next thing you know, I'm off somewhere else, and then somebody else pop up and let's go do this. And I'm here. And I'm supposed to be down the street. I'm supposed to just be going down the street. I'm supposed to just go down the street. And I done went to Utah and Kansas. What was a 3-minute trip turned into how many days, years, hours? I'm done with that. I'm done with that work. I'm not doing that anymore. So in 2024, I'm leaving behind self-doubt and not giving 100% to whatever I'm doing. My fear of failure, my fear of success, that's a big one. My fear of not being prepared, anything unintentional is out the window, and not prioritizing myself physically and mentally in all regards. And for the love of Christ, inconsistency. I had to let it go. I have to let go of the inconsistency. The inconsistency is killing me. And I know what I could do. But it's inconsistent. Comment down below which one of these resonated with you, or let me know something that you learned that I might not have mentioned. I'll see you soon.